Hey guys, this is Trent with GameXP, and today we will be giving you a tutorial on how to shadestep. Let's start things off with a basic introduction. Shadestepping can only be used when playing within the Hunter subclass, the Night Stalker. When inspecting your character's skill tree, you will find the ability at the far most right column in the bottom row. The icon is represented by a cloaked guardian with shade around the hood. This ability can also be activated using the exotic hunter helmet, the Graviton Forfeit, freeing up a slot within your skill tree, such as Keen Scout. Personally, I find that using Keen Scout and Shadestep at the same time can give you both an offensive and defensive edge. To activate this skill, you will be pressing your crouch button 2 times while moving in the direction you wish to shadestep. You will know if you performed it right once you see your hunter move into a third-person perspective while he somersaults in your chosen direction. You will be able to perform this move 2 times before having to wait through a 4-second cooldown. If you try performing the shadestep during the cooldown, you will see your character move in and out of crouch position until the wait time has been reset. For those of you wanting to teabag, this is your only opportunity. Whether you are in PvE or PvP, you'll find this skill to be very practical and advantageous. Those of you that enjoy the thrills of Crucible will find a slight increase to response time, as well as a new potential for longer survivability. On the flip side, shadestepping in PvE situations can help you survive where other classes may struggle. Being able to quickly get behind cover to regenerate life can be the difference between a full wipe and a successful strike. This quick maneuver skill with the ability to move in any direction will become a must-have for any hunter braving PvE content. Next, let's cover proper application. First and foremost, I think Shadestep is the best ability to help with quick escapes. When you get in those sweaty matches with intense gunfights, the option of quickly stepping behind cover will drastically increase your in-game performance. This is due to the quick nature of the ability as well as the difficult to follow animation. It is hard to keep up when firing at an enemy who is strafing at a steady pace that immediately steps to safety. One of the best ways to illustrate a quick escape is through dodging the various grenades or projectiles thrown at you. There are several grenades that have a wide area of effect that, when placed right, can cause near to instant death. With Shadestep, you can immediately start to escape the deadly grenade toss, negating either all or just a portion of the damage and allowing you to go on with one less death. I find that this tactic is especially useful when used against the Titan's Lightning Grenade or the Warlock's Axion Bolt, both of which are very popular in PvP and can quickly end a killing spree. While great at defensive maneuvers, you can also use Shadestep to give you the one-up on enemy encounters. If you are a player that pays attention to your radar often, or who likes to cut enemies off by flanking, you can use Shadestep to surprise and effectively neutralize the enemy tactics. The reason this is effective is due to the quick surprise being hard to process in time to counter it. Combine this with a hard-to-hit animation, and you have a potent offensive tactic that can be devastating when used properly. A great weapon to pair this tactic with is a shotgun. With 2 Shadesteps at your disposal, you can easily position yourself into close proximity for a shotgun kill. Now, with every great ability comes some fine print. So here are some things that we recommend you keep in mind while running Shadestep. While the maneuver is hard to follow, you are still vulnerable to enemy fire. That's right, you are not invincible. Now some of you might be turned off by this fact since Blade Dancer and Voidwalker have the potent blink at their disposal. But while death is still a possibility, there are some ways to offset this. Blink can get you out of just about every dangerous circumstance, but it comes at the price of giving up normal jumping. With Shadestep, you will still be allowed your triple jump, which will save you from misjudged jumps as well as perfecting escapes. With that said, there are still some similarities between Shadestep and Blink to observe. First, pay attention to your environment. Every map has obstacles, steps, stairs, you name it, most of them have it. When you know the map and understand the benefits of vantage points, you will be able to quickly shadestep to safety or prime offensive territory. Far too often you see Guardians shadestepping into walls, pillars, or various other objects, leaving themselves completely vulnerable to enemy fire. The best way to correct this is to start remembering how you got to where you currently are and instinctively planning your escape route. Any way you cut it, you need to go into every situation prepared with your quickest escape and best offensive vantage point. How do you learn this? Practice, of course. While simple in theory, the nuances of this ability will require you to familiarize yourself with its animation and effects. I have found that the best way to do this is to go and play Patrol. Choose a planet that you know well and start playing around with the Shadestep ability. Shadestep off edges. Run in Shadestep. Shadestep in various directions. Find a group of enemies and practice shadestepping out of range and then back into offensive choke points. In the end, your goal is to make this instinctive. You want to know exactly how your character will move when you activate the ability, and you want to go into any situation confident that Shadestep will leave you victorious. Our final thoughts. At the end of the day, there is no such thing as a perfect build, and every player has their own preferences. If you are happy with your current set of abilities, then you might want to pass Shadestep up. With that said, if you are up for the challenge of learning how to effectively use Shadestep, you might find yourself improving several aspects of your gameplay. The extra survivability that you gain from effectively using Shadestep will consistently land you higher KDA scores, as well as sharpen and own your ability to favorite guns in new situations. There you have it. Please leave any questions or comments below, subscribe if you liked our tutorial, and stay posted for more tutorials weekly.